How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Tressa's Collectibles channel. I'm Randall, aka Shizukats, and today on our product opening video, we're going to be doing something a little different. And when I say we, I literally mean we. Right, Mike?
What's up, guys? Mike here on the Tressa's Collectibles channel with
me.
With Randall.
With me, Randall, aka Shizukats. So we decided to do something a little bit different for this particular product opening. We're going to be taking a look at the new BanG products. They have been delayed a month and a half, couple months or so since they were originally supposed to be released, but they are finally here. So today we're going to be opening the new MyGO Trial Deck Plus, as well as a few boxes. We have 3 boxes today.
Yep, 3 boxes.
Of the 6th anniversary Countdown Collection Premium Booster. So this is probably like the 3rd or 4th premium booster to be introduced into English, I think.
It hasn't been that many. There's the Hololive one.
There's the first BanG one was technically a premium booster, right?
Yeah, that's definitely a premium booster.
Okay, so
yeah, it's third or 4th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're gonna be seeing quite a few premium boosters coming up in the coming half a year or so. This particular one is pretty much entirely reprints. There are 1 or 2 cards that technically have not been printed in English yet due to being originally promos in Japanese that will be printed for the first time kind of in this premium booster.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of it is going to be reprints, and because of that, we decided to switch up the format for this particular opening. We don't really have as much to talk about in terms of competitive viability and things like that. And so we're just going to take this opportunity to open up some of these packs with these really nice cards and appreciate.
Right. And that's something really cool about specifically this premium booster is that even though all the cards are reprints, all the art is new. And I think there was some campaign where Bushido took a bunch of fan art of all the girls and actually used their art and put them on the card. So we're going to see basically all, card, especially if you guys are BanG players, you guys will see cards from all the way from the very first BanG set up until basically the set right before the most recent 5th anniversary. I think that's where the reprints stop, and a bunch of promos sprinkled in. But the art looks really nice, and since this is a premium booster, they did put an extra emphasis on making the foils look really good. So we're going to try this camera setup and see if you guys can really get a sense for how the foils look in this video.
Yeah. So as far as a quick breakdown of the premium booster itself, so it is a 105 card set. It is each of the 35 girls, so not MyGO because they weren't in yet, but each of the 35 girls prior to MyGO's introduction into BanG, each of those girls are getting 3 cards apiece, and as Mike said, all of the fan art commissioned for the card art for these was from the BanG 6th anniversary countdown campaign. So on their Twitter X account leading up to the 6th anniversary, every single day they were uploading new commissioned fan arts from lots of fan artists, some lesser known, some really well known, and yeah, just a lot of really, really great fan art showcased throughout that campaign, and now they are collected in this premium booster.
Yeah, so as is typical for a premium booster, every card that can come base rarity non-foil also does come foil. This premium booster special foil rarity is called BanG Rare, so BDR. So there's 105 normal, 105 parallel, and then also 35 SPs. These SPs are character signs, so not the Seiyu voice actor, actress versions, but they do still look really good. Every character has 3 cards, and then 3 cards total, and then one of them can be one of the SPs.
Yeah, and then as far as SP ratios, we're not exactly 100% sure, but other premium boosters have typically been 3 SPs per case of 30 boxes.
Yeah, hard to say. Unfortunately, we don't have we didn't open a whole case to tell you guys what the actual ratios are, but yeah, we'll see if we can pull one today.
Yeah.
So
okay, but before we get into the premium booster, we do actually have one product besides them to look at, which is the new MyGO Trial Deck Plus. That's kind of funny that it's coinciding with the English Vanguard release of MyGO. So we have MyGO in both of the Bushiroad games. So we're going to go ahead and just crack this open. We're going to take a look at some of the cards inside. There are actually a couple cards in this particular trial deck that I think are worth talking about from a competitive standpoint. One thing that is noteworthy about the MyGO trial deck, though, is that it is not anniversary traded. So it's obviously not easily mixable with anniversary traded decks, but some of the decks that are centered around the music trait are, like, for example, the Christmas Kasumi into level 3 anniversary Kasumi. That's a deck that mostly just goes around the music trait despite running anniversary trait cards. You could potentially run some of these cards in that. So as far as the contents, so apart from the normal trial deck that you get, you do actually also get this promo pack, which comes with 2 out of 12 possible promos. 5 of them are the MyGO promos, one for each of the members, and the other 7 are, at least in Japanese, they were reprints of the most recent Band League set of 7 promos. So one for each of the vocalists, as the Band League promos usually are. And for English, this is going to be the first time that these promos are ever introduced to the game. And so there are definitely some pretty interesting strategies that you can make out of these promos. One in particular, a lot of my friends that have played against me know that I am pretty infamous for spamming.
The resident Rhodesia simp here has made good use of the Yukina promo in this.
All right, so let's go ahead and open this up first before we get into the trial deck.
Yeah, so every pack will have 2 cards. One of them will be the MyGO, and then the other one will be one of the leaders, the vocalists from the other 7 bands.
Okay, so we got Aya for our non-MyGO cards. So this is a change. This is basically, for those of you who have played Alicization Sword Art, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Level 3. That lets you, it's an early play healer, and then if you fulfill experience requirement, you can sacrifice this in order to salvage the climax needed for the level 3 combo. So in Alicization, you would use it to get the Kirito Pants climax, whereas in Pastel Palettes, I believe this gets the 3-2 Aya standby, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure. I think so.
And then, but yeah, so that is the Aya card. And then for our MyGO promo, we have the 2-1 Soyo. This is the anti-change backup. Some of the other promos from this pack are not super usable, but I think that these 2 are pretty good cards. We do have the rest, or most of the rest of them here, so we can take a look at real quick. So,
so the MyGO ones, they're actually all from one art, so we can actually lay them out when we're done looking at them. They all form one picture.
Yeah. So the 3-2 Rana. So this is on play, pay 1, salvage a climax from your waiting room. So like the Watame level 3 from Hololive. So this can be a pretty useful card. If you're trying to get some more consistency in grabbing your climax for your end game. We have the level 0 Taki. So this is a 2/5 beater, I guess. It cannot side attack, and then when placed on stage from hand, if you have 2 or more other characters, you can draw 1 and discard 1. Probably one of the less useful cards in terms of like how people would perceive this one competitively. Okay, we have the Tomori Climax Swap. So this one's actually a functional reprint of the level 0 Masking Climax Swap from the Anniversary set, where the secondary effect is when placed on stage from hand, you can choose an opponent's level 0 in the front row and bounce it back to their hand. And so, obviously, bouncing back is not quite as useful as like a submarine effect if it had that, but still, sometimes maybe if you want to annoy your opponent and get an extra direct attack in or something like that.
Yeah, it can be a good way to get a direct attack in and also perhaps save one of your lanes from needing to crash, right? So you can maybe get 1 extra compression or take 1 less damage on the swing back yourself. So, at some point, especially in modern Weiss, it kind of feels like hand advantage stops mattering as much. So maybe this card can come in useful, but outside of that, just her climax effect is already good enough to run.
Okay, and then the Soyo that we pulled, and then the Anon, which is a on-play assignable drop assassin. So you can choose one of your characters and give it 500 power times the number of your music characters. And it concluded herself, so She can buff herself to some pretty nice numbers. And then on attack, if you have another music character, she gets an additional 1500 power until end of turn. So she can swing for pretty high while also buffing one of your other characters.
It's very similar to the profile that we've seen quite frequently now, which is the level 0 1k beater profile, which is on play give 15 somewhere and on attack give 15 somewhere. The variable power from the on-play effect does make her a bit weaker early game since you don't have as many characters, but then once you get into the stage where you usually have a whole field of characters, then her on-play drop assassin does become quite strong.
Yeah, so how are these...
Yeah, so you can tell by... I have them in order here already, so you can tell by the circles.
Oh, so this one should be...
The colored circles.
This one's on the far side, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so they form one nice little... based on their the instruments they play, right? Obviously.
Oh yeah. Okay, so there we have our MyGO promos, and then we have the rest of the vocalists. So let's go ahead and grab. So we have all of the cards except for Layer.
We don't have Layer, yeah.
So I'll just talk about Layer real quick before we get into these. But the Layer is a level 0 clock bomb, and she has on-play effect. You can discard a card to salvage a level X or lower character from your waiting room, where X is the number of 3/2 Pants Choo Choo Climax combo from the Anniversary set. And honestly, that card I think is pretty good even if you're not running the Choo Choo level 3. I think the Choo Choo level 3 is one of the weaker finishers in Bang Dream. But having a Clock Bomb that just also has not quite Rico, like even if you don't run the Choo Choo, you can
just
still
always get a 0.
Discard 1, salvage 0,
yeah.
Which I think is quite valuable. So I think that is definitely a card that you could consider just running in a deck without Choo Choo. I think it's a pretty good card. Okay, for our Morphonica card, we have Mashiro. So she is not early playable by herself, but you can early play her via the 3/2 Tsukushi Climax combo from Anniversary, which is the way this card is intended to be used. So this card says when this is placed on stage from hand or by the Climax combo of the Tsukushi, she gets plus 4,500 power cross turn and the anti-backup effect. So very useful if you want to just like whack over really big characters or maybe ignore like rest counters in matchups like Hololive. And then also when she reverses her battle opponent on either player's turn, you can pay 2 to deal 1 damage to your opponent. Considering that the Tsukushi finisher line is not exactly the most potent, it's basically just Tsukushi's just like burning 1. Having a little bit of extra field power with the 4,500 being able to consistently kill threats and then also threaten multiple burn 2s across multiple turns, I think is pretty nice. So
and she won't get anti-changed when she attacks with the anti-backup. So
your Tsukushi might if she fronts though. So,
right.
Because that deck is completely centered around just like hitting level 2 and then just like level 3, level 3, level 3. Just spam a bunch of level 3s.
Yep.
All right, here we have my favorite card as of late. This is like one of my favorite Rhodesia cards of all time. So this is a level 0 Yukina. She has just one effect, very simple. If you're at level 3, you can send her to Waiting Room to play the level 3 Yukina from your hand for free, the one from Anniversary. And so this just, in my opinion, opens up an entirely new playstyle for the Rhodesia deck. It lets you play a lot more liberally with your resources throughout the early to mid game because you can always just use this as a substitute for 2 stock once you hit the late game. And then you can get this card back with multiple different cards like the 1/0 event cigarettes or like a Rico effect, and you can just keep spamming this just to keep saving stock. So big fan of that. The level 3 Aya that we just pulled. We have the 1/1 Run, so this is a level assist to Anniversary or Afterglow, and then she has a double Climax combo with the level 3 Run Gold Bar that says when you play the Climax, you choose one of your other characters and give it on reverse top check up to 4, and choose up to 1 character with Alarm or Eternal Sunset, which is the Afterglow event from Anniversary, and add it to your hand, put the rest in the Waiting Room. Now, my eternal issue with Afterglow has always been that like the alarms are just like taking up text on the card, because like you can only ever use like 1 alarm per turn, and the more alarms you run, the closer your deck becomes to like vanilla effects.
Right.
And the fact that this effect is looking for alarms is kind of incentivizing you to run worse cards, I think.
Yeah, it's a problem that's always plagued Afterglow ever since the band's introduction in Ghostman Party 1. And it's really cool that they have a theme like that, but just in terms of the more competitive aspect of trying to make something like this work, it just is it's very diminishing returns. It does feel like you have a lot of cards that just have minus power for no reason because they have a random alarm effect for the sake of having an alarm effect. And like Arnold mentioned, you can only really use alarm generally up to once per turn. Sometimes you can swap alarms and they have different timings and such, but in general, it's kind of hard to balance this kind of mechanic. It's either too weak or too strong, and most of them are too weak.
Right. Okay, next we have the level 3 Kokoro. This is one that a good number of my friends were excited about. So this one is a changer to the level 3 combo from the anniversary sets. That one's an Icy Tail, but instead of counting climaxes or zeros, it counts soul triggers. So I remember people were talking about potentially playing that when like Gura was like top dog. They were like, oh, Gura, Puzzle and Dragon? You're running Soul Trigger? I guess I'm going to Icy Tail that. So, but yeah, so this is an on-play top check X, and then she has beginning of climax phase. You can change by returning this to your hand to play the level 3 Kokoro from your hand to the slot position where this was. And so by changing that way, it still allows you to get the on-play heal of the 3-2 Kokoro combo while also giving you that top check X effect to dig for. Maybe you don't have the climax. Maybe you don't have the Kokoro itself, but like, yeah, pretty cool card. And then lastly, we have Kasumi. This is literally a carbon copy of Bei from Hololive. On play, on death, pay 1, ditch a character, top check 3, add 1, which is always a useful card. The main issue with the card, issue, is that it is the discard is trait locked to Anniversary or Poppin' Party, so it can be a bit hard to run that in general music deck, but still good cards nonetheless.
Yeah, and they all are all Anniversary traded, unlike the reprints, so these are all fully functional in all of your modern mainstream decks.
Yeah, I would hope so, considering the cards that they work with. Okay, so there we have it for the promos, and now let's get into the actual deck. So, as we've seen with a lot of trial decks lately, this trial deck does come with 2 climax combos, which is really, really nice. These climax combos actually work really well together as like a trial deck in isolation. We get the usual trial deck stuff like the quick guide, and we have the playmat, and as usual, the playmat comes, if you open up and look at the backside, it has, oh, that's an advertisement. We want this side. This side, we have the full deck list for the trial deck with ratios, and then you can see some tips on how to play the deck, maybe some stuff that you can replace. There isn't a MyGO pack yet, but I am definitely expecting to get a MyGO pack for the MyGO Anime at some point, but right now it says modifications can basically only be...
Oh, the PRs?
I don't even think those are...
What are the cards that they're recommending? Well, it's not the PRs.
Oh, it's just more copies of the cards.
Oh, so basically they're telling you to just buy 2 trial decks.
Yeah, literally... Oh, wait, this is cards to take out. Wait.
Yeah,
it
is.
They're literally just
change some ratios.
They're literally just put the good cards that are 2 of into 4 of.
Right. Yeah. Bushu really does obviously like to advertise their own stuff. This also comes in the trial deck, so there's a slip of paper advertising MyGO and Cosmic Party, obviously the mobile rhythm game.
The art just keeps getting better and better, I swear. And as far as the art goes, the MyGO trial deck actually has some pretty unique art styles as well. Because the promotional artwork for MyGO was a very different style from any... Okay, this needs to, like, come off, please. Yeah, the art style for the promotional stuff from MyGO is quite different compared to, I think, a lot of the other stuff that we've seen for BanG Dream.
It almost doesn't seem like it's from BanG Dream just based off the vibes of and the aesthetics, but no, they are BanG Dream, so...
Okay, so the first card we have for our first guaranteed promo, this trial deck... Every single card can come RRR or SP, and so we should be getting a second foil guaranteed at the very back of the trial deck, in addition to this SR cover card. So this is the 2-1 Tomori, and she is a climax, or not a climax combo chain. She is a, at level 2 or higher, she can change into the level 3 Tomori combo, and then during your turn, she gets plus 1500 power for each of your other music characters. So if you keep her around instead of changing her off, then she can be quite large, but typically the strategy for this trial deck is going to be using her to change into the 3-2. It's kind of similar to Kanata from Hololive, or I guess it's probably more similar to Risu from Hololive 2, because the thing about Kanata is that her climax combo, her change is connected to the climax combo.
So it costs more.
So it
costs less. Yeah, Risu costs more because it's not tied.
Yeah, and then this Tomori, as you can see, because the change is not tied to any climax combo, which is an act ability, you do have to tack on that extra discard 1 card in addition to sacrificing yourself, which is
it's more fair.
Yeah, it's definitely more fair. Yeah. Still probably better than Risu though. Okay, so let's get on to some other cards here. Okay, so the level 0 Soyo. So this is an assist 500, and then also on play you can discard a music character to search your deck for the Rana level 0 on Death Salvage Riki, which I think is actually like kind of crazy.
It's really good. It adds a lot of consistency, especially to something like a trial deck where normally at level 0 you're just kind of playing what you're getting dealt. But being able to go into your deck into something that just goes into more lines just adds a lot more consistency to your bottom line.
Yeah, especially once you guys see the card that we're searching off of this, it's actually kind of crazy. And this deck comes with 4 of these, so you're pretty likely to open one of these or one of your Ranas at the beginning of the game, and so this just ups the consistency of the trial deck so much. We have the Anon. This is a coin flip bouncer. On play, she gains 1500 power, and then at the beginning of the opponent's draw phase, you mill 2, and then if there's a level 2 or higher card among them, you can bounce her back to your hand. I was never really the biggest fan of coin flips, and especially ones that force you to mill. For all you Hololive players out there playing like Iroha level 0, I'm pretty sure you've experienced at some point the good old oops, mill 2 climax.
Yep.
Yeah. But
it is what it is.
I think that this is probably a pretty good deck to have this particular profile, a trial deck to have this particular profile in, because you're incentivized to play a lot of level 2s and 3s for your mid to late game like change package.
Right.
Okay, we have the level 1 Soyo. On attack, she can give 1500 power to 2 music characters. You can't stack them on the same character, but having the ability to spread the power around is pretty nice, and she can also buff herself. So just a nice supplementary card. Here we have our level 1 combo, the Anon. So this is a 6k if you have 2 or more other music characters, and she has climax combo with the Door Climax, Embrace the Moment, where when you play the climax, you can either search or salvage for one of the 2 change pieces. So you can either get the level 2 Tomori that we looked at, or we can get the level 3 itself. So pretty nice. It's kind of like a Goblin Slayer or like Bell-esque effect.
Yeah, except instead of needing to run some like extra events and using those events to then go into more playables to advance your strategy, this combo just directly grabs the pieces that you know you're going to go into anyways for your level 2 game plan. So makes everything a lot more straightforward.
We have the Anon level assist, and when she's placed last onto stage, you get to refund a stock from top deck. We have one of the level 3s, the level 3 Soyo. This is an on play. You can sack one of your other music characters in order to heal to stock. And then on attack, you can pay 3, ditch 2 to burn 4. So pretty nice off finisher. What I think is pretty nice about this card is that the heal to stock will actually... It effectively turns the cost into pay 2, ditch 2 for burn 4. So this is a
back rows
pretty...
are
It feels kind of like Marine, kind of.
Right.
Because like you're using cards that are just like left on your board in order to help fuel your endgame, which is not something that a lot of finishers do. Okay, we have our Door Climax, Embrace the Moment. I really like the art for a lot of these cards. Especially, I think this particular art set is my favorite from the trial deck. Oh, you have a favorite art set? This one as well?
No, this one's good. It kind of reminds me of the Beatles a little bit, a tiny little bit.
Yeah, kind of, right? Okay, here we have the Brainstorm of the trial deck, the Taki. So she's a Brainstorm 5, Brainstorm 5 draw per climax, and then her first ability is, honestly, it would be insane if it could target any character or any music character. At the beginning of your climax phase, you choose one of your other MyGO characters, and it gets anti-backup for the turn, so this allows you to make sure that your 3/2 Tomoris, when you swap into them at level 2, that they're not getting like anti-change backup. But it's just like throughout the game, just very useful from preventing your opponent from interacting with your board. You can just run over their board.
Does this work?
For fun.
It's at beginning of climax phase now.
Because this is.
Oh yeah. Because it's not tied to. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can just be like nice backups, bro.
Yeah.
And so
you have 2 of these in the back row. Generally in the trial deck, it's very common that you might have 2 brainstorms anyways in the back row just to get some hand advantage. I feel like with this kind of build, you probably will just need a lot of hand. So. Double brainstorm in the back is probably going to be your go-to, or just 1 brainstorm and then 1 front 5.
Yeah, but a really powerful effect. Would be insane if it could target any music character.
They would never do.
It's just like I'm just gonna give anti-backup everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we have the Tomori Bonder. This one bonds to the the 1/1 Taki Vanilla, and it gives it 1500 power and hand encore.
That's the typical trial deck bond package.
All right. Here we have the best card of the trial deck, without a doubt, in my mind. Which is the level 0 Rana. So this is Aki Rose on Death Salvage Ricky from Hololive, except it also has the additional effect during your turn. This gets plus 1000 power in exchange for being 500 power lower defensively. And so this is the card that you can grab off of the level 0 Soyo assist. And so this is just like a part of what makes the level 0 game for the MyGO trial deck so consistent. And what's really nice about this effect, if you guys didn't already know, is that you can actually salvage herself off of the effect. So because the effect activates on death, she is in the waiting room and she can grab herself. And so if you just find yourself lacking on level 0 attackers, you can always just get her back after she gets sent to waiting room. So yeah.
Power lines do line up pretty well with the 500 assists, make it 3/5. 3/5 is the magic number to hit for... It has been a really good number to hit for quite a while now, so...
Yeah, this is just a really good card in isolation. The fact that this works with it just makes it even better. This is definitely a card that I picked up as soon as the trial deck came out, and I haven't really found an opportunity to use it yet, but I know that I'm going to want to use this card at some point.
Yeah. BanG is a set with quite a few options if you're looking at the entire color pool. Things like, obviously we have Yukina, but also some 5th anniversary options depending on what build you're playing. So.
Okay, we have the level 1 Rana. This is on play. If you have another music character, she gets plus 2k, and then on the turn she's placed, when she reverses her battle opponent, you can pay 1, rest one of your other standing music characters in order to search your deck for a music character. This, for a very long time, has been one of my favorite supplementary level 1 profiles. Just giving you options in case you don't get your climax combo. It's just like really, really nice.
I feel like this profile is really strong in this MyGO trial deck in particular because your level 1 climax combo is so selective on what it actually gets you. So that if, for example, you had the option of tri-fielding your climax combo and you search out all your pieces, but you feel like you're going to cancel a bunch next turn and you're going to be stuck at level 1, maybe the better option would be to maybe do 2 climax combos and field one of this, and then you can use this to search a playable so that if you're stuck at level 1 next turn, you have more playables to attack with and not have your hand be full of 2s and 3s.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also the thing is though, like if you go on that assumption, then like if you play triple combo, you have this in your hand for next turn if you do stay 1, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that this profile has just historically been one of my go-tos for like just a non-climax combo level 1. It just hits very hard, 6/5 power on the turn you play it, and could potentially net you a card. So very, very nice. Isn't it great that
for a lack of no, we have draw brainstorm, we have a climax combo that searches out 2 cards. So having a card that can get us anything we want is really nice.
Yeah, I think it's really great that we have option to search with this. We have option to salvage with this.
Yeah.
Given that all our trial deck brainstorms typically do is draw
raw
cards.
Advantage.
Yeah. Okay, we have the 5th memory kick backup for.
No, don't worry. Every band needs a memory backup. It's fine.
Yeah, just like how every group in Shiny Mass needs a climax swapper, right? A set with 10 climax swappers. For those of you who don't know, here we have the non-foil version of the 2/1 Tomori. We have a 2/1 Rana. She is a level 3 killer, gains 6k, and when she reverses her battle opponent and you have a climax in play, you can search your deck for a music character. Pretty neat card. And then we have our level 3 combo, level 3 Tomori. So this is on play from hand. You can heal 1, and then when she attacks, if you have the Pants Climax in the climax area, and you have another music character, you either salvage 1 and then stock 1 from waiting room, or you can deal 1 damage to your opponent. So this is intended to be a Kanata-style mid-game combo, but is also able to transition into being your late-game combo if she stays alive by using that burn 1 mode in the late game. So unlike Kanata Marine, where you play Kanata at level 2 and then transition to Marine at level 3, this one wants to be both your mid-game transition and your finisher.
Kind of like Toph in a sense.
Yeah, it is kind of like Toph, yeah. And then for our event, we have Silhouette Dance. This one also has a very distinctive style.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's basically just Torch, or like Hestia Knife.
Mm-hmm.
You need a music character to play it, and you look at the top 4, add a character to your hand from among them, and send the rest to waiting room.
Yeah.
So
Pretty decent inclusion in the trial deck for sure.
Yeah, I think it's nice because the level 1 combo doesn't mill through the deck.
Yeah.
So if you do find yourself in need of some mill, then you can use the event. Okay, climaxes. We have 1 of 2 copies of the Pants Climax. You know what? I just realized on that the back of the playmat, they really should be recommending putting 2 more copies of this Climax.
Oh, did they not?
They,
I was trying to figure out what cards they said to add. Is it a 2-1 and 3-2?
I think it might be it's just the 2-1 and the 3-2. Yeah.
But yeah. We can quickly go over how you might want to improve this deck real quick. It's not going to be super hard.
Well, what do they recommend taking out?
Let's see. They recommend taking out Live With Our Voice Taki and Live With Our Voice Tomori. Is that the bond package?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
That makes sense.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you should definitely also be putting in 2 more copies of the Pants Climax if you want to...
Yeah, take out the +2 souls. Or maybe not. Leave 1 in and be a little bit cheeky.
And just punch people.
Yep.
This art is also... okay, like, because it's +2 soul, I usually just kind of like write them off as, oh, it's +2 soul, right? But like the artwork on this is also very distinctive.
Mm-hmm. If I could read Japanese, I would tell you what that means. But I do not.
What do you mean if? Isn't that just a song name? That's just the title card, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a MyGO guy, so I haven't watched the anime.
Okay. All right. Now we have 1 of every single card that can come in the trial deck, and basically once we skip a card, we're gonna find out what our triple R is gonna be, I guess. So okay, we have Anon, we have the Soyo. That can come SP. So all the cards that can come SP should be at the very back.
It's just the Beatles characters, right? The
yeah.
Art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, climax. Let's see. Level 0 bond. Oh, no. Could. What card is it? 2-1. 2-1.
That could be the event.
Could be the event. I think it is the event. Yeah.
Everything can come foil.
Okay, and then we have these 5, and then
Oh, nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah, what's really nice about the triple Rs in this trial deck is that they come frameless at the bottom, like OFRs would.
Yeah, they're all OFRs.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. All
right, and so that is going to be our trial deck opening.
Yeah. So probably, let's see. So we should probably run obviously 4
Rana,
4 climax combos.
Yeah.
Probably 4 changers as well, just to increase our consistency. Though I guess you could run 3 if you want.
Oh, 3 of this one, right?
Yeah, 3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4 of this.
You definitely want to run 4 of this. Even though we can search it out, it's always just.
It never hurts to have more.
Right. I mean, it's probably just it's your biggest beater outside of the coin flip too. So.
Yeah.
You could probably run a couple more copies, or like 1 more copy of the Searcher, or maybe like 3 is good. If you want to increase your count on the Silhouette Dance, you could do that. And basically just kind of skim off some of the unnecessary stuff. It depends on how much you value the extra power boost, so maybe you can cut this. Obviously, the bond package is not going to be super useful compared to the alternatives. Maybe cut down on... you can run maybe just 1 of the 2-1 assist. Things like that. I feel like a lot of the potential shaves are just kind of like power boosting cards.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to just have it more streamlined towards having good effects over having characters that only boost power, you can do that.
And then, as far as the promos go, the 3 that stick out most to me are the Rana level 3, which can salvage your climax for your level 3 Tomori. Yeah,
this one.
Yeah, so that one, and then probably 1 or 2 climax swap.
Climax swap, yep.
And then I would take out 1 of the memory kit counter for
and
1 of the
anti-change.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right, and so that's gonna wrap it up for the trial deck, and now we're gonna get into the premium booster. So we'll go ahead and clean up real quick and be right back with that.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's get into the first of our 3 boxes.
Time to appreciate some nice art.
Yeah. Okay, so the entire set is reprints, but those reprints go all the way back to the very first BanG set.
Yeah, this is also not a set designed to be playable standalone. This set has no climaxes, so just be aware that if you wanted to get in BanG and you wanted to build a deck after buying 10 boxes, you will realize that you cannot cancel at all.
Yeah. But one trend that we did notice about the cards when they were getting revealed is that if one of the cards in that like pod of 3 cards for that character is referenced by name somewhere else, then they typically prioritize printing those over printing something that I guess the player base would consider more playable or desirable. So one example of that would be like Arisa level 1 event, the toilet event, got reprinted, and so people were like, please reprint Fumio, please. And then they reprinted like the Bonder for the Arisa for the toilet event.
Right. And then what was the third one? Like the Chaser, right?
The third one. No, the Chaser's an anniversary. So none of the cards in here are anniversary trait, right?
True.
The third card they printed was so they reprinted the Kasumi Childlike Brainstorm.
Yes.
So they also needed to reprint the 1/0 Arisa that says on reverse, if you have the Childlike Brainstorm on the board, you can blind stock one.
They really didn't need to.
they really didn't, but yeah. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So there's 3 cards per pack.
2 non-foil and 1 foil. Correct me if I'm wrong, this set also has a couple of cards that have like name clauses, right?
Correct, yeah. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with name clause, so every single card in this pack has a different name from their original counterpart. And in order to prevent some potentially unbalanced things, some of the cards in the pack have a line of text that says the total number of copies you can have between this and the original version is 4.
Yeah, so I think one example that comes to mind is the level 0 Kaoru. Unplayed dish card top deck 4 at a yellow character.
Oh yeah, the yellow Akatsuki, right?
If you could run 8 Akatsuki, Hello Happy World would be turbo speed.
You say that, I'm thinking Morphonica. Or not Morphonica. Yeah, Morphonica. I'm thinking Morphonica. Yeah.
And Morphonica has the same thing?
Morphonica has a lot of yellow cards.
Oh, true.
And then the original Morphonica stuff was all just like music traits, not really trait locked. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Hagumi. This is a reprint of the Spammable Brainstorm.
Yeah. The original art is her with like a bunch of colors, I think. Like paint.
Yeah, I think this is from Volume...
it's from Ghostman Party 2.
GBP2, yeah.
Ghostman Party 2.
Okay, we have Himari. This is a...
Ghostman Party 1.
This is from Multi-Live in English. This is the runner.
Oh, this is the runner?
This is the runner.
Oh!
Yeah, so this is from Multi-Live.
Uh-huh.
The original art was from the Heyday set.
Yeah, that art is really nice for 2 reasons.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm here, so special guest featuring Mike.
Okay, all right.
Mike voices his opinions.
The Himari, and then for our first foil, we have another Hagumi. This is the Stock Bomb from the original Girls Band Party.
Nice.
This was a very, very playable card.
Yeah, I have very fond memories of using this card. Back when, in the olden days, the level 1 combos needed to reverse. So you could play this card, and when they play Climax, just send it to stock, and they don't get a reverse, and you get +1 stock.
No, the real best memories were when your opponent's level 3 combo need to reverse, and you play this, and you play the Rimi 1/0 that lets you move stuff.
That doesn't have a reprint, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I think all of the Rimi cards that got reprinted are like within a name package sort of thing. But yeah, so we're just getting a nice first look at the Bang Dream Rare. Dude, these look so good.
Yeah, it's like so shiny, you can hardly even read the name of the card.
But yeah, so all of the Bang Dream Rares look like that, and you're getting one of those in every single pack.
Every single pack.
They look so good.
It's premium boosters are definitely the name of the game is quality over quantity.
What I really think is funny though about premium boosters is that for some of them, I think a lot of people prefer the normal foil over the SP. Like I think one particular example in like Japanese was the Love Live School Idol Festival. I think it was a School Idol Festival one. Yeah, the premium booster.
I like vaguely remember that one. Yeah.
The foil, not the foil pattern, but like the background that they use on the Love Live.
And you could also say something like the upcoming Hololive premium set. I think a lot of people like the regular HLPs over the SPs, which like. It's really hard to tell what color they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes they do go a bit overboard in terms of designing the cards, but we can all admit that the cards do look really good for the most part when they are foil.
Right, we have Sayo Bomb.
Another classic.
Sayo doing what Sayo does best, eat French fries.
Yep.
She loves her French fries.
Rosalia Trail deck.
We have Misaki. This is...
This is the 1/1 from Girls from Party 1, right? That changes into the...
No, this is the 1/1 from Anime Volume 2,
Oh, what?
where it's a during your turn level assist, and then you can bounce one of your opponent's characters by paying one of the discarding card. I remember people were talking about running this card as like a tech.
It's
Because of the bounce. And then for our foil, we have...
This card looks so good.
We have Hina. This is the On Death Rize from the Pastel Trial deck.
From Multi-Life.
From Multi-Live, yeah. Wait.
Wait, isn't... No. Oh, wait, no.
No, wait.
No, isn't it a double or Multi-Life?
Is it?
I mean, there is no Pastel Trial deck.
Okay, yeah. Oh, it's literally... They got rid of... Okay.
Yeah, the Trial decks are Multi-Life.
Okay, from Multi-Live.
Yeah.
All right, so... Yeah.
That looks good.
This card looks so good.
Who is the artist for that?
The artist is Karu Karume.
Yeah, something really nice in this set, as with most Weiss Schwarz cards. If you cared, there's a bunch of copyright on the bottom, but also it'll have the illustrator name when relevant.
Yeah, I don't know all of the illustrators, but there are definitely a few that I know.
We'll probably come across some of Randall's favorites. Hopefully.
Oh, Tiv. This is definitely an artist I know. If any of you are familiar with Masamune Kun's Revenge.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, that face. Face is really.
Tiv is the artist for Masamune Kun's Revenge, the light novel. Yeah. And
I can see it.
And so we have the level 0 Kasumi. This is the On Death Salvage Ricky for Poppin' Party names.
The original BanG.
They had to do it by names because there was no Poppin' Party trait. Yeah, they didn't do Poppin' Party trait until Girls Band Party 1, so they had to do the Salvage Ricky effect by names. So, but
You can't just have him salvage anything. That would be fair.
But this was a card that was in pretty high demand.
Yeah, it was
around the Christmas Kasumi era.
It was used extensively as basically it was your main clock plussing option. This was before the era of like Yukina Rikis, and even before then there was a layer salvage
Riki.
But this was before that. This was the very first set of Bang Dream. Wow, this art is crazy.
This is some art.
Wow.
Whoa. This is definitely a very distinct art style compared to a lot of other stuff. I really like the gemstone, the way that these are drawn for like the whole art style. Like she has like gems in her eyes. Like,
this picture goes hard, man.
Like look at her eyes. Her eyes are gemstones.
That's crazy. All right, what is this card?
Okay, this is the Adachi, bottom deck Adachi from the Morphonica.
Oh, and top check top or bottom. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then for our your favorite,
cute
Saya.
Ponytail for life.
I think this is the artist that does Bunny Girl Senpai.
Oh, is it? I
think so. The light novel art.
Yeah, I can see it. The eyes really are very distinct.
I'll check in post to see if I was right or wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Not a lot of people that do that kind of eyes with that kind of shading.
Okay, we have the layer. This is the stock swap from the Ras and Rhodesia Extra Booster. And this is also probably one of my favorite layer. This is probably my favorite layer art out of the three. One of her arts, I think, is the Salvage Ricky. It has like a very cartoony art style.
Yeah,
I think was from I forget which, but I think it was from one of their singles that came out at the time. I just don't remember off the top. I think it's Repaint. I think. Okay, here we have probably another very well-known artist. This is Fujima Takuya, Essentia, and this is the level 0 Rinko.
Too cute.
From this one's from Anime Volume. Okay, sorry about that. The storage died real quick, but yeah, we have the Rinko level 0 from originally from Anime Volume 2, Top Check Extra Rhodesia, and then for our foil we have level 0 Masking. This is the Ditch Climax Salvage from Anime Volume 2, I think.
Not sure.
And it's also has on attack, all of your characters gain the effect. When they trigger a gold bar, you can draw a card and discard a card. And I remember when that particular pack came out and I was looking to upgrade my Rhodesia deck, my Raise the Suiland deck, I remember joking that this was one of the best ways that Raise the Suiland had to go through the deck until they got
deck speed.
Until they got the On Death Akatsuki from
Anniversary.
From Anniversary, yeah. I was actually, at one point, I was even joking about running 4 copies of this.
Just because. Didn't you? Did you not?
I did not end up running 4 copies of that, but I was joking about running 4 copies. Okay. Oh, we have Kokoro. Ooh, okay, so This is technically a reprint and technically also not a reprint for English. So originally we had the Hagumi. This was originally a Hagumi.
This is the Climax Searcher, right?
The Climax Searcher, the Jinsu effect.
Yeah.
So this is on play. You can collect the top card of your deck, discard a card in order to search your deck for a yellow Climax and give something 1,000. And so this was originally on a Hagumi back in Grossman Party 1. And then it got reprinted as a Kokoro in one of the banned leagues. And so this is technically a reprint of the Kokoro.
But if you really like Kokoro...
If you really like Kokoro and you want to build like Kokoro Waifu...
Yeah, or if you really like more than 4 Climax Searchers.
Yeah, true. Because this card does not have a 4 copy limit.
Yeah.
Here we have the Arisa that we talked about earlier.
The trial, the stock charger if you have the Cosmi trial deck. Brainstorm. Nice art.
I like the detail that went into the flower. I don't even know what to call it, like the ribbon on this artwork. Okay, and then for our foil we have the Eve Brainstorm.
Oh, this is the Grossman Party 1
the wind combo.
Yeah, the SSP.
And it's back when Pastel Palettes was using brainstorms that cared about how many colors you had on board.
Yeah. And that card was pretty decent for its time. But it ended up being that, like, oftentimes I felt if you ran Pastel, you would just run 8 doors. Just for... Back in the day, you just ran doors for plussing.
Alright. For our last pack, so we have the Remy. So this is the 2-1 changer into the Field Swapper from set 1.
Set 1.
So it was this one, and then that 3-2 is also in the set, and I don't remember what the third one was, so I guess we'll find out when we get there. Okay, we have this is the non-foil of this masking that we pulled earlier, and then for our last foil we have
that's an SP
with this SP.
Nice.
Oh my god,
cute. Oh, this is the early good healer.
Yeah,
nice.
You're your favorite. Saya, I thought you would be more hype.
I don't know. I mean, I opened so much product at this point. You can be the hype man for me.
Okay, like we just happen to have the Bang Dream rare here for comparison. So like the SP, it doesn't have like the sparkle foil design that the Bang Dream rare has. So this one looks like more.
It pops out.
It definitely pops more.
Yeah.
This one, I think the right word to use for this is like it looks more clean.
Yeah.
It looks very clean, especially with the foil pattern being like not very complicated.
Right. And the sign is still, it has that same
like sparkle.
It has
the
sparkle pop.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the borders are just the regular gold borders, which I think is fine. I think it looks pretty, like you said, I think clean.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get a sleeve on this real quick. Whoa! We pulled an SP!
Nice.
Let's go.
Alright, nice first box.
Alright, perfect. Alright, so let's get into our second box.
See, with 2 people here, we can do some teamwork. I can undo the plastic wrapper, and Randall can do everything else.
Okay. Now the question is, will this be the first time on the channel we pulled 2 SPs in one box, or in one opening?
Ooh,
because we've never done that before.
Yeah, and we have 2 more tries. We're opening 3 boxes today, guys. This is box 2 of 3.
Okay. Oh, come on, please.
You can do it.
It's a little awkward to do this because I have like both hands on either side of the camera. We
Right.
want a different angle today so we could really appreciate these close-ups. Okay, we have Kono.
Oh, this is the level. This is the 0-0 Climax combo.
Yeah,
but now I got Errata.
It's a 1-0. Yeah, so Fever Climax combo. For those of you who are newer to Bang Dream, you might not know about Fever.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say you might not know about the Errata.
Well, they also might not know about that, but like, yeah, Fever was this keyword that it's like a reference to in the phone game. There's like a section of every song where like if every player in the group of 5 performs well, then you get Fever and you get a point boost, and so that's supposed to be a reference to that. But Fever in Bang Dream, it's a climax combo ability that requires you to successfully reverse whatever is in your opponent's front row. Everything in your opponent's front row has to either be reversed successfully or it has to already be empty. And so this one was a pay 1 to salvage 2 and gain 1k cross turn.
Yeah. And then as far as what we were talking about in referencing to the errata is that when this card first came out in Grossman Party Volume 2, the regular rare version was correctly printed as a 1-0, but specifically the SSP version was a 0-0.
Yeah.
So the joke is that you would pay to win.
Pay to win.
By just buying 4 SSPs. You have these 0-0-4-5 climax combos.
Yes.
This is Randall's favorite.
Yep. For specific reasons. So this 1-0 Toko is one of the two changers from the X booster, where you have one of them as a Shimakai and the other one is like a back row Global 500.
Did the other one also get printed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it comes as a pair, right?
Yeah. This one in particular, though, is very special to me specifically because this is actually the artist, Kuro Toyu, that drew my profile art.
On X?
And like on all my stuff.
Oh, yeah,
on
Shizuka's
my
socials.
YouTube channel and my Twitter, X.
Yeah,
like
with
Shizuka.
Shizuka holding up a Weiss card, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this was the artist that I commissioned them to do that art like 4 or 5 years ago at this point, and since then they have like blown up.
Yeah, made it big.
Yeah, and so
good for them.
Also part of the BanG Dream Countdown Celebration collab, and so when I saw that on the Twitter page for the first time, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This art style looks very, very familiar. So yeah, this card holds a special place in my heart. All right.
Oh, this is
the Ron. This is the early play Climax combo from Multi-Live. Is it Multi-Live in English? It's Multi-Live, right? Yeah.
I don't even know what does this do.
This is the early play where you pay 2, you search your deck for 2 Afterglow, and then you summon 1 from hand.
Oh.
It's originally in Japanese. It's from the pack where every character had 1 card.
It's from Multi-Live. Yeah.
It's from Multi-Live in English, right?
Yeah.
And so alongside this, they did, of course, they also printed the level 0 that is the requirement for the clock condition to early play this card.
This card, I really like this art. I almost thought it was Tsugumi at first until I saw the red streak. Yeah, but
the foil Night Sky is just like very, very nice. I would love to see this card in SP. For like the similar reason as like the Saya. I think that the background would look so clean. All right, come on, work with me here, please. Okay. Oh, another Ron. This is from set 1. This is the Alarm Ricky.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
actually used.
Yeah. This card, when it was on top of your clock at the beginning of your main phase, you could pay 1 and put the top card of your deck to the bottom of your clock, so that they prevented you from using another alarm effect in the same turn.
It would be too broken.
And then you could search your deck for any Afterglow character, which was really, really nice. This was the only Ricky that BanG Dream had until like several sets later, but you had to clock it, which was a little bit weird. And then when this attacks, it had a pseudo finisher or like off climax finisher ability where you could pay 1, mill 3, and deal X damage to your opponent, where X equals the number of alarms you milled.
Which is
it incentivizes running more alarms, which is not great.
We play it for the first effect. We want to clock this 3-2.
Yeah, typically what I would do with this card is I would clock it, use it for the Ricky, and then just level it.
Yep.
And I would just level every copy of this.
Yep.
Okay. This is the Hina. This is the Bonder to the 2-2, right? Sayo 2-2. Yeah.
And then you can sack herself to summon the 2-2 for free.
This was actually a small package that saw play.
Yeah, it was used as like a 1-1 line. Yeah, as like a 1-1 line or a 1-2 line.
Yeah. And then
ooh, cute.
This is the refresh counter, Chisato.
Wow, I really like this art. I've not seen like most of this art, so
I'm pretty sure I've seen this artist somewhere. I just need to see other examples of their art, but this looks super clean, and I love the flowers.
Yeah, I think the pose reflects the Chisato pretty well.
Very elegant, right? Yeah. Sophisticated.
On the outside.
Yeah, on the outside, and then on the inside, she's just like judging you constantly, just like her voice actress. For those of you who don't know, Chisato's voice actress is also known for being quite a savage. Okay, we have Locke, the spammable brainstorm from Anime Volume 2, I think. Not 100% sure.
I'm not sure.
We have Lisa, Mike's other favorite character. This is definitely a card of all time in terms of playability.
What is this?
So you can pay 1, resist, look at top 2, add a level 1 or higher, and then all your Roselia characters in hand become 2,500 backups.
That's funny.
And this was supposed to be used with like there was like a package of cards in the extra booster
Because wasn't there a 2-1 Rinko that lets you play counters twice?
It gives you like, I think it gave you 3 counter steps per attack or something like that. And so yeah, it was.
I just don't want it in my hand at all.
It was pretty weird. Oh, this is one of my favorite arts in the entire set. The 1-0 lock.
Look at it with the glasses.
This art is so good, and this is one of the best lock moments like in the anime. Like when she like takes her glass off and like puts her hair down.
She goes from mild mannered lock to your son calls me.
Your son calls me mommy. like this.
Yes, ma'am.
This artist, dude, this is so good.
Yes,
I literally just like when this came out in JP, I just bought one of these.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Yeah, just one of the BanG Dream Rare. Like,
no, it's so good.
I'm probably never gonna use this card, but man,
it's great in binder material.
It's literally a binder card for sure. I love this card. And Locke is my favorite character in Ras, and she's one of my favorite characters in BanG.
Is that the anti-change counter?
Yeah, it's the one where you pay 2 and then you anti-change, but then your opponent gets to bring back a level 0 from their waiting room.
Oh, a bit yucky.
So they still get an attacker.
Yeah.
There was actually one time when I was playing Gochiusa, which has a very similar effect, and my opponent attacked with their level 3 that they played at level 2, and they triggered the last card of their deck.
Oh, they just didn't have a waiting room.
And then they had a waiting room, and I was just like,
nice.
Get pranked. Here we have Mocha with the Mocha. Like this is literally the card that like where
I think I would probably reckon to say that the majority of our audience probably doesn't know
why we call it Mocha.
Yeah, or who Mocha even is. But
this is Mocha.
Yeah, BanG Dream it's not a super popular franchise. I feel, especially nowadays. For people that don't already know BanG Dream. So this is Mocha. She's cool. But
yeah, so
this was the first instance of the on attack top track 2 of your opponent's deck. Do whatever you want with it. Do the thing with yourself.
Yeah, a lot of them these days don't do it to yourself though.
Yeah, it's more offensive minded. So like they get power or they check more cards, like Anya does, or the Shoko from Rascal 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in the day, man, these cards have a lot of history. Yeah, back in the day, this was considered to be one of the best finishers in BanG Dream because she healed and was just a very low commitment finisher. Back in the day, oftentimes you couldn't really kill your opponent consistently. So this was a really good way to do a lot of guaranteed damage and go for 2-turn kills. And obviously, its competition would have been the Birdcage Diva Yukina. So
right,
those
which
two
was
were
literal all or nothing finisher.
Correct.
Versus the I will play for the next turn.
Yeah, Mocha will heal. She'll always get her value no matter what. If she has reverses or not, board or not. Yukina's just like, I need to have a lot of resources and the reverse.
Yeah. And then this is also another artist that I'm very familiar with, Koruri. So the reason I'm familiar with this artist is because back in the day when I played Contact Collection, I'm a big fan of Sendai. And Koruri draws so much Sendai Sisters art. It's actually like I would just like and retweet every single time.
Sendai's the Yasen
Baka, yeah. And this is also notably the first card that I think we've seen that has the 4-card limit.
This card has a 4-card limit.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Preventing you from playing 8 Mocha.
Wow, amazing.
Okay, yeah.
In case you ever wanted the quad lane Mochas.
Yeah, so notably, because every single card in this pack is a character card, the climaxes that they work with are all the original ones. So you can, hypothetically, if they didn't have the 4-card limit, you could run 4 of the original and 4 of the new one. And there is actually a card in here somewhere.
Well, the 1-0 Kana doesn't have a limit.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, the 1-0 Kana that we looked at earlier. Yeah, this one. This one does not have
You can run 8 if you want.
You could hypothetically run 8, yes. Yeah. And then if you fail to reverse your opponent's entire board, you are Omega sad.
Yep.
Okay, next up we have Tomoe.
This is the alarm swapper, right? Or
no. This is the Clock Bomb. Cost 0 Clock Bomb.
Oh, okay.
And then at the start of the climax phase, alarm, you could give one of your characters hand on course. So this was notably one of the few alarms in BanG Dream that a lot of people didn't realize works on both players' turns. So this was
like this one, the Himari Runner.
The Himari Runner, I think, was the funniest one that people consistently did not realize worked on both players' turns. And so they're just like, I'm gonna crash my like on death thingy, and you're like, no, you're not. That's going to clock. Okay, and then for our foil, we have the Climax Swap Rui.
Oh, that's beautiful.
This card, oh my god, so many of these cards just look so good. And this one, what was the other effect of this? On play, you mill 2, and if there was a level 0 or lower character, then this doesn't get a soul penalty by siding this turn. Actually, very useful effect in the Tsukushi deck where you don't want to trip your opponent's anti-change counter.
Yeah.
So
get full damage in while not letting your opponent have a counter step.
All right. We got this pack and one more. So we have 1/1 Eve. This is one of the cards that gained a marker to gain additional colors that we've seen throughout Pastel Palettes. The Pastel Palettes back row, like the color lineup of like which colors you want in back row and which colors you want in front row, it's like constantly changing. And so
with every set.
Yeah, I think this was when you wanted, so it was like a blue Maya that changed into this Eve, and what color? I don't remember what color brainstorm one.
I stopped playing Pastel after Girlsman Party 1.
Yeah. But very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? The art style on this. It's
cutesy, soft.
Very soft, yeah. I think that's the like a lot of these other ones they have like very poppy artworks. This one is very, very soft, I agree, yeah. We have the Karu anti-change backup. This one has like a almost like a manga-like art style.
It's like colorized manga. With very thin lines. Ooh.
And then we have Rinko. Ooh.
I really like her hairstyle in this one. It's from like official
the
outfits, right?
costume.
The costume.
I think I don't remember a lot of the Rinko outfits like stick out in my mind, but in like various ways. So I kind of like can't pinpoint one off the top of my head, but it's not Ringing Bloom, I'm pretty sure, but like.
Is this the Pay One Popper?
This is the. Yes, this is the. Wait, no, it's not. This is the 500 assist that also becomes a 500 global while you have Aqua Brainstorm from the.
This one, the extra booster. Roselia extra booster. Yeah.
All right. And then for our last pack, so we pulled the SP out of the last pack from the first box, so surely we're gonna get SP out of the last pack, second box, right?
And you have 100% hit rate.
3 SPs in 3. Oh, we have Choo Choo. So this is the Choo Choo that terrorized the format for a little bit around the time she came out. So this is the early 2 or less climax early play. At the start of the encore step of the turn she's played, you heal, and then 1,000 for each of your other music characters in the back row. And so they reprinted this with this really nice new art. I really love this art. And then also reprinted alongside the 2/1 Pareo that goes with her, which gives her 2k power and hexproof and hand encore and wait, no, not hand encore and twin drive, and she gains a hand encore.
Yeah,
and hex comes 10-5.
Wait, is she not hexproof?
She's not hexproof.
Oh,
Choo Choo's hexproof. Yeah.
Yeah, Choo-Choo's hexproof. Yeah, hexproof, 2k twin drive, and then the 2/1
gains hand encore, becomes 10-5.
Silly.
Yeah, but like, I'm a big fan of this artwork.
Yeah. Honestly, Choo Choo Paro is probably still one of the main reasons if you did want to play a music-based build. But definitely back when the 2 extra boosters came out for Roselia, Razor Suilin, Poppin' Party, Morphonica, the addition of the level 0 Yukinori and the Choo Choo Paro engine was definitely the big draw to competitive BanG when it came out.
I still remember when this card originally came out in JP, the original one, not this one, but the price started at like 980, and then over the next 2 days, the price went up like 4 different times.
Yeah, it turns out just having like 13k uninteractable, it was just silly. Yeah.
All right, this is the only time we're ever going to see Sugarific in a card name, but so this is the Tsugumi on play, pay 1, ditch 1, grab a card from clock, and it's the card that you need in clock as early play condition for the 3/2 Ron.
Wait, this card is pay 1, ditch 1, grab a card from clock.
Yes, unfortunately.
Wow, that's so tragic.
Considering that
nowadays we just have on play, choose a card in your clock, add it to your hand, and then put a card from your hand to clock.
Yep.
Just for free.
Yeah. And then this card had a pretty neat alarm effect, where if this is on top of your clock, all of your Afterglow characters gain the effect where when they attack, you can pay 1 to look at the top card of your opponent's deck, and you can put it on top or put it on bottom. And so this card could be paired with actual finishers in order to make them ever so slightly more potent. Like you have a chance to like Mocha 1 them for fun.
Yeah, or you can make a Mocha 2 into Mocha 3. Sort of.
I mean, if you look at the top card and you don't see anything, then like it's still a Mocha 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that this is probably better suited with like a burn finisher, because like what you could do is like you could do the burn first, And then if that doesn't cancel, then you pay 1 and you top check and you're like, oh, there's the climax. And then you yeet it to the bottom or something like that. And then for our foil,
another side.
Another. I think we pulled this 2/2 side in the first box, right?
Yeah, we have.
All right, let's get into our third box.
Yeah. Remember, guys, this is a 105 card set.
So unfortunately, we're not going to get to.
Yeah, we're going to
every card.
It's actually surprising that we even pulled a duplicate in 2 boxes. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of cards that you guys will not be able to see on this opening. But ooh.
Okay, this is a card that I think a lot of people are going to be.
Yeah, a couple reasons.
Looking to get for a couple.
Yeah, a couple reasons.
For a couple reasons. So this is the infamous toilet event. For those of you that have like never played against like BanG Dream, this card is like arguably unfair.
Yeah, it basically allows you to get +1 stock
for fun
for free.
Yeah.
So there's some events that would let you, pay a stock to +1 or get stock, maybe even 2 stock, but then you don't refill hand. But this particular card lets you clean stock a music from waiting room and then give one of your characters unattacked top check if it's a music character add to hand. And there's a good amount of ways for BanG Dream to be able to just confirm your ad. But also, without confirming it, just mathematically, it's very likely for you to reveal a music character. So, it turns out that, when Ghostman Party, or when BanG Dream first came out, even, because this was from the very first set of BanG Dream, I think a lot of people were kind of like testing this card, maybe like splashing it 1 or 2 just for some extra stock. And it very quickly, especially once Ghostman Party came out and people needed more stock for things like Yukina, Finisher, and stuff, very quickly turned out that this card was just like a 4-of.
Yeah, and then because the sales of the original the original BanG Dream set was like relatively so poor, this card's price just like went soaring into the stratosphere. Yeah. And so it's really nice that we have this reprint.
She graduated from being in the bathroom stall. Fortunate for her.
To the beach.
Now she gets to enjoy some quality time at the beach.
This is also another one of the cards that has the 4 of limit, so you cannot run more than 4 copies of this and the original at the same time.
No, it would be kind of interesting as just a deckbuilding experiment to see if people would actually run more than 4, because there are a lot of diminishing returns, especially since this card cannot top check and add events.
Yeah, so it would whiff on itself.
Yeah, so it's like the more you add, the more likely you are to miss. So that's kind of weird.
Okay, from an art perspective, I mean, like, I'm sure people out there, some viewers, Mike Chang, are like, this is an art of all time. But
that's fine.
But in particular, this is actually, are you familiar with the artist? This is Ikomochi. This is the artist that does Fuwamoko.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they have a lot of really, really good artwork. I'm sure if you guys are a fan of the art style that you guys are seeing on your screen, you should definitely check them out on their socials. It's spelled like EKO Mochi. So
yeah, is it on the bottom?
Yeah. Well, it's on the bottom in
but
in
it's
Japanese.
Japanese. Okay.
Yeah, so you're looking for like, did I say EKO? IKO.
IKO, yeah, you see
Mochi.
IKO
Mochi.
Iko
Yeah.
Mochi.
Yeah, so that's who you want to look up, and yeah, so they are the official artist for Fuwamoko. Okay.
Another layer.
We have the layer. This is the Salvage Ricky. And when this card got revealed in BanG Dream Volume 2, I remember everyone was just like, we finally have
people were hyped.
Good clock plussing, and it mills for its own effect, and it can like swing for 4K.
Yeah.
This was like super hype card. And the art on this also just looks
definitely
really,
the
really nice.
de facto clock plussing option until
Yukina Riki, yeah. In particular, though, the original artwork for the Anime Volume 2 set, it was like just like a close-up of her face, and it was like kind of like not great lighting. And
unless you got the SP or the SSP versions, then that card did look really good. And if you were playing the non-full version, it kind of looked a bit bland.
Yeah, but now we have this. This card looks very, very nice if you're looking to play this for your Razor Suiland deck. And we have another Chisato art. This one is the Brainstorm from Girls Band Party 2, I think.
Yeah, and you can definitely see the lack of pupils. So she's definitely looking at you with a very yonder.
Oh my, okay. Yeah.
Imagination going wild. Yeah, cute card.
Something that we haven't really talked about is like the foil patterns on the card, but like
Yeah, they're all generally the same pattern, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they are.
How about on the SP? The SP is a different foil pattern.
Yeah.
This one's like a more grainy one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What characters have we not pulled any of yet? We haven't pulled any Tai. We haven't pulled any
Yukina?
We haven't pulled any Yukina.
Akko.
No Akko. We pulled Sai. Well, we'll just see as we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Aya level 3. So this is the Aya from Anime Volume 2. Anime Volume 2. On play heal, and then on attack you can discard 4 pastel palettes characters to gain 4k and burn X, where X is the number of colors put into waiting room by this card's cost. So this is
sick nasty.
It's a card of all time for sure.
Yeah.
The thing is that the card's effect reads like it's modular, but like
it's not.
It's really not.
It really wishes it were something like 3/2 Yuri from Angel Beats or something.
Where it's like sack any number of characters on your stage and deal that much damage.
Correct. If this card was discard any number of pastel palettes and then doesn't get the power, which is
this card
fairly irrelevant, but you burn X equals the number of colors discarded, then this card would be really playable.
Oh, I'm not even playing a level 3 combo. You don't need a level 3 combo if you need that.
You're just like, on attack pit, discard 1, burn 1, or discard 2, burn 2. It's not good.
No, here's a Tai, since we haven't seen a Tai yet. So this Tai is, as I was saying earlier on, the level 0 cost me from the trial deck.
So why did they feel the need to reprint all the trial deck brainstorm packages?
Yeah, and so
this was good like 8 years ago, dude. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So this historically saw use in standby though, because it was an 8K hand encore.
Yeah.
If you have the brainstorm on the board, as a very cute art, and then here we have Mashiro. So
that looked like Mocha for a second.
No, this is the Mashiro with the on play, pay 1, ditch 1, top check 3. Add 1, so the Puchi Ron.
Oh, okay.
Is the first time we've seen it in BanG Dream, and this art is this. I'm not 100% sure, but is this the artist that does Garupa Pico?
It really looks like it.
Yeah. Regardless, I really like the artwork. It's almost like. It seems like it's like a Rhodesia crossover card almost.
Right? All the purple, the roses.
The roses, the evil eye. Yeah. Like this could be an Aqua card. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we have Rosuri. Rosuri is a very, very popular artist. Mm-hmm. For those of you who have not seen her art, you should definitely check her out. You can go ahead and check. There's her tag right there, and this is the 2/2 Sayo from Girls Band Party 1 that goes with the Hina Bonder that we
talked about earlier. Mm-hmm.
Earlier, yeah. So it's it saw use in standby decks just because it's a 2/2 10k hand encore, but also
it sometimes saw even use in 1k1 decks just because sometimes, especially in that era, it was kind of hard to get consistent soul pressure at level 2. Because generally speaking, your other option was just like early play style.
Yeah, but what's really nice is that if you're playing in such a way where you have a lot of extra cards, you can afford to take the -1 on the Sayo Bonder in order to bring this out for free. So it's essentially turning 1 card in hand into 2 stock, which was really nice. And you get the big bonder.
And like back then, the game was a lot slower paced, I think. So if you were like a 1k1 deck and you just reached level 2, you could get like 2 turns of value, which would make this a lot more considerable compared to if you just like got shot from 2 to 3 immediately and just you use 2 slots to get a 2-soul beater for 1 turn. Wouldn't be super useful, but yeah.
Art-wise, this is one of my favorite arts in the set, though, for sure.
It's good art.
Because I'm a big fan of Rosari's art. Okay.
Ooh, good.
Roselia.
Roselia.
Rinko 1-0. This is from Anime 2. Anime 2. And it's not a pants support card, but it has the effect where when it attacks, you can discard a pants to gain 1500 power and on reverse draw a card.
Yeah. I feel like I recall this card being one of the better options for Auxiliary Breeder for Roselia, just because like sometimes you trigger pants and you're like, oh, kind of want to just get rid of it. So.
And then for our foil, we have Tsugumi. I think this is the Global 15 from
Anime 2?
And no, I think this is Girls Band Party 2.
That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry.
So this is 1500 global on play heal, and then alarm on this card on top of clock at the start of main phase, you can pay 1 to salvage the rest counter, because Afterglow has one of those.
Definitely cannot afford to use it. Definitely does not keep board. Well, but it has one.
Yeah. I've definitely thought about using the rest counter in the deck that runs the 3-2 Ron early play combo, because it has the effect where if this is in front row, all of your cards get 15 on your power. So you could hold board that way and then pivot into rest counter, but you have no finisher, so it's just a little bit sus.
Yeah, Afterglow in general just is it's a bit lacking.
Okay.
Misaki.
Here we have Misaki level 0. This is the Shimakai that also gives 1 soul, and this art was done by I think so. Like their tag here, it says like Pentagon, but I think their actual like social media tag is like Railgun Kai. I think. I like they I've taken a look at some of their art in the past, but like relative fan of this artist, and I literally already know what the next card is, because this is one of my favorite arts in the set.
Oh, wow.
It's the Esojiros masking coming up next. This card's art is so
look
good.
at
the spider lilies,
the licorice recoils.
Yeah, but I remember seeing this card off socials for the first time, and I was just like, man, this art is so good. And I'm not even a particularly big fan of masking, but like this art is literally just like, I think the way you put it when you first saw this art was like huge masking W or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like masking is unfortunately just consistently, I believe, one of the least popular girls. So I think this fan art does a lot for her image.
All right, and then for our foil, we have the 3-2 Lisa. This is the climax combo that spawns itself.
Wow!
So,
I want to buy 4.
So Mike historically has used this at trios.
Yeah, I used
a while back.
Yeah, I used this for multiple tournaments. Multiple tournaments? Yeah, multiple tournaments at Springfest 2022.
I think did you use this on the tournament I played Mushoku, or no? You used Kaguya that one.
Right. Yeah.
So this was the year before that.
This was the year before that. This was the year where I traveled to Chicago.
Okay.
And I played against a ton of Ace Standby Mushoku, because that was the meta deck back then, and I built this deck to beat Mushoku. And I think in Rosemont I played like 5 Mushokus and I beat all of them.
Yeah, this art looks nice though, and we have Yukina in the picture as well. All right, here we have the Rimi. This was originally a Rimi and Cosmi, I think. It's the
field swapper.
It's the field swapper, yeah.
Yeah.
And
we saw the changer for it too, right? Yeah.
But this one is just a Rimi. So 11k, heal to stock, field swapper.
Yeah.
This was a really annoying card.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there is a lot of unexplored potential with field swappers if they printed it in a more modern set. I always feel like field swappers were a bit too costly to get out, and also didn't have enough things that they warranted protecting.
Yeah. These days, it's pretty much just Kanata level 2.
Yeah. But like that also kind of... I guess that would be the most prevalent example. But it kind of just goes to show how much of valuable targets you need to run that, and also how easy it is to get it that you actually want to run a Climax Swapper, because in the standby you just literally get standby up for free. And then you also have an extremely high profile target to swap in the 3-2 Luna.
Right.
So yeah, like this card, you need to play a 2-1 and then pay 1, discard 2 more, and then play it, and then you get a field swapper.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think that without the changer, you could justify running this in standby potentially.
Yeah.
Play this at level 2 via a standby.
Yeah. But then it still goes back to, it's like, oh, if you standby this out first, then you're foregoing standbying out,
something more valuable.
Your actual value target that you want this to swap into. So it's like you want to trigger this as a standby when you're going to triggers, rather than playing it from the standby you play from hand.
Yeah. All right. I know what the next card is too. This is the Yukina.
Oh, this is Yukina, yeah.
Yukina Riki.
Yay!
This is the card you want to be looking for in the set. Yukina Riki. How much is Yukina Riki right now in English, like the normal one?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. People don't ask for Bane Dream.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like $10-15 or something.
Okay.
If I had to guess.
Yeah. Yukina Riki, funnily enough, the original version is still running like 2980, 3480.
I mean, it's a Riki that has one of the most fun and fair and balanced second effects in all of Weiss Schwarz.
Yep. We love on-cancel bounce back on this channel.
We definitely have a short about this exact card.
But yeah, so Yuki and Ricky, there's really not much to say about.
This does have the four up to 4 claws.
You know what's funny is that the first time that this card got like leaked, it didn't have the 4 claws.
That's funny.
And then people were like, I'm running like 7
Rikis, and then they're like, wait, no.
And they're like, yeah, they're like, wait a minute. Okay. And then they put it there, and I was just like, all right.
That's fair.
We're good. Yeah, but the artwork on this is so nice. I still haven't seen a foil of this in person, though, and I would love to see what the foil looks like. I'm sure it looks really good. But yeah, we have the non-foil here. Has very nice art. Blue roses, Roselia's thing. And then for our foil, we have the 2-1 Kano. Which card is it, actually?
What is this?
Oh, this is the 2-1 level assist from Girls Band Party 2, I think. It's so it's a level assist. When you play a climax, you give 1k, and then you can also rest this to scry.
Oh, I remember this card.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It is definitely fine, but also at the when the card first came out, I was like, why does this level assist get to do all 3 of these things while my level assist
your 2-1
does 2 of these things?
Your 2-1 Rinko from the trial deck. Man, this box was crazy. We pulled a Toilet and a Ricky.
Yeah, and we're about to pull an SP. All right, for our last pack, we have, this is the...
Oh, this is one of my favorite cards.
Oh, yeah, you use this card. This is, like, you pay 1 sack this, choose a music character in your hand equal or lower than your level, and play it.
Yep.
So, like, what were you using?
So I was cheating out for more choo-choos.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the idea was that, like, if I had triggered on my second to last attack the previous turn, and I go into a new refresh, using this would allow me to potentially still meet condition for my second choo-choo by still having 2 or less climaxes, because I'm only paying 1 stock instead of 2. But outside of that, it was just a way for me to convert more hand into stock, which that deck really appreciated, because your finisher costs no stock, basically. It's at least that's just 4 stock.
Yeah, and we have really nice artwork here. Night sky. We got birds flying around, too. It's kind of hard to tell. We got, like, a bird here in the foreground. We got some, like, small birds in the background. There's another one that I would be pretty excited to see foil.
Yeah, Rui fan art is always really nice, because her as a character is just very, cool, stylish.
But also, like, there are those moments where Rui's just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's your outside appearance, and then once you get to know the person, you're just like,
Yeah. We have the 3-2 Saya that we saw earlier, and then here's our SP, right? No, it's not an SP. No. Okay, we have 1-0.
Oh, wow!
No longer Christmas Kasumi. So
yeah, it's a balloons Kasumi.
Yeah, so this is a reprint of the Christmas Kasumi combo. Happy Christmas Kasumi from the original Bang Dream set. Up to twice per turn when you play another music character or a character with Asuka. People are literally like, who's Asuka? So Kasumi's little sister, because she did have a few cards in the first set. And on attack climax combo with a door climax, you can salvage the warehouse event, which is Operation
mill 3,
Tornado.
Yeah, mill 3, and then salvage a level X or lower music equal to a lower than the number of music characters you milled.
Yeah, and so notably with this card, there is no 4-card limit. So you could, in theory, run more than 4 copies of the Christmas Kasumi.
Yeah, there are some champions of 8-door Bane Dream running around in English. I would not be surprised to see them experiment with like 5 or 6 copies of this card.
Yeah, I've asked a few people that play the deck like with just 4, and I was like asking them like, what do you think of like potentially playing more than 4? And the main answer I got was the issue was never finding the Kasumis. The issue was always not having warehouses in waiting room, and so this card doesn't really fix the problem.
That's fair.
So I think that's a very fair assessment. Yeah. So, all right, that is going. I think this is like the perfect card to end off our opening on.
Sure.
This is like literally the 6th anniversary Kasumi. All right, and that is going to do it for our opening. Hope you guys enjoyed our little. This kind of ended up being like kind of like a history lesson as well.
Yeah, it kind of feels like maybe for the people that didn't know Bane Dream, the previous Bane Dream sets, it might kind of have seemed a bit harder to follow. But for the people that have played Bane Dream since the very beginning, I think this set is a really nice nostalgia trip. Obviously, a lot of the cards that are printed in this set are not going to be super competitively viable. But if you're playing Bane Dream, I think most of us will play Bane Dream because we really like the franchise, So it's something like this. It's more of like a collector set, or if you have like a old quote-unquote vintage deck that you can kind of upgrade with some cool new art, then this is definitely a really nice set to open.
Yeah,
There's
like-
also just so many cards in here that like you're very unlikely to pull duplicates. So you can get a good amount of boxes and still feel pretty good about what you're pulling here to get some variety.
And then, like, at worst, these are insane binder material.
Yeah.
So I honestly think that this is. You don't say this a lot about Weiss Schwarz sets, but I feel like this is probably the perfect set to like have each of like you and your friends just buy a couple boxes and just trade cards. Mm-hmm. And like you almost never see trading in Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah.
Because people know what they want and they buy what they want and then that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
It reminds me a lot of the Hololive premium sets because there's a lot of collectors that come across my shop and they just want to buy the Hololive premium sets because they like Hololive. Oftentimes looking for their favorite characters, and especially since the premium sets come with so many different foils. I often have had customers just, it's like you buy a box, I'll buy a box, and then if you pull who I want, then we'll trade, things like that. And yeah, and to your point, I think the Spain Drink set definitely can have some of that kind of interaction as well. So yeah, gather up your BanG Dream buddies and go find a couple of boxes at your local card game shop. And yeah, you're definitely not going to be disappointed. I think the foil and the quality of the cards in the set look really good. Hopefully the camera angle here did accurately, do adjusted, accurately display how nice the foiling is. To the point where sometimes it's kind of hard to read the actual names of the cards, but who reads anyways?
All right. This has been a bit of a long one. So thanks for sitting tight and listening to two BanG Dream boomers talk about the history of this, at this point, almost a decade old.
Oh, it's more than a decade.
Well, I mean,
right?
like, in terms of in Weiss Schwarz, almost a decade.
Sure, yeah.
I think first set came out 2016, I think.
Right. 2016, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been quite a long while.
Yeah.
But yeah, that does wrap it up. We are not going to have our usual slate of like deck profiles and gameplay matches for these two releases, mostly because there's not a lot to do. Obviously, all the reprints are reprints. There's not really a lot of decks to build. And in terms of the MyGO trial deck, normally we would do a trial deck plus, but again, MyGO only has the handful of cards that you guys saw today, and we did go through the potential upgrades that you can do if you just wanted to put two MyGO trial decks together. It's actually quite serviceable. So that's going to do it from us. The next set should be Bocchi the Rock, which is a very exciting one. We're going to go back to our usual scheduled programming there with the deck profiles, multiple gameplay videos, and all that good stuff. So until next time, this has been Mike and Randall on the Tressa's Collectibles channel. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.